How about now? Do we got sound?
Can you hear us now? We're not
Yay!
What?
They said yes.
I don't have that.
Camera died? Uh-oh.
Now I do. Okay.
The
Here's
camera died.
Oh. It might be buffering. We're going to try to get this out in a moment. We just switched to an upgraded system of our operating software on a new computer, and we've never done this before. So, oops.
Could you just see if, because mine is still down.
Oh.
I told you.
I don't know why that happened.
All right. Let's just give us a second.
Reboot.
Please stop.
Okay, Lori says I'm on.
Okay, here I see us now that I'm up, but it's freezing.
It looks to me like the way it buffers is in and out. We're going to probably call our son and tell him that. I don't know why.
Yeah, it just keeps happening.
Like I said, we just switched to a new system, and so this was our maiden flight there. But since everybody wants to see... Uh-oh. Here's the real star of the show.
It's sunny. So we might have a few technical glitches tonight.
So let's just get started.
Well, just a minute, just a minute. I am so glad everybody is here.
Oh, that's right.
We are going to, let's see if anybody else shows in the next few minutes. So you can see and hear. That's awesome. We're just going to keep freezing, though, apparently. Possibly maybe Mr. Monster, our producer, will show up and give us some advice. But anyway, I would just like to propose a toast to my husband, Mr. O, on his retirement today. 20 years. But 20 years only tells half the story, really, doesn't it?
What are you getting at?
You've worked in libraries an awful long time, Mr. O. You've had other jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a long career of public service, admirable. He followed in my footsteps.
Hi, K-Dash.
Hey, K-Dash. Welcome, welcome. And so we're just celebrating Mr. O's retirement. Again, a toast. I shall drink to that one.
And to everyone out there who wishes to join us, I can't tell you how delighted I am to see some of you out there. But you know what?
Look who came.
Aw, thank you.
Awesome.
Oh!
We toast again.
We toast again. Woohoo. Okay. Normally, we say, hi, everybody. Welcome to
TFT.
Tarot for Today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the crazy show. Sorry for some of the technical glitches. We obviously have a few bugs to work out, but I'm glad everybody can see and hear us to some extent.
So here's where we make fortunes fun.
That's right. Well, hopefully. You never know what the cards are going to tell us.
So we're going to get started.
I'm just trying to look at everybody who came in here so far.
Wow, I am so excited. Ah, the soup's on. I hope you guys like it. I made it with a lot of love, and I said, you know what? This is going to be the best batch I've ever made. You're going to tell me that. I know you will. Anyways, so here we are, and Banshee normally gives a spirit reading of the day.
I do.
So
And
go ahead,
today, for the collective, for everybody out there, I'm pulling a card from The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Hi, Kay Laverde. I will add you to the list. The dots. Anything to comment on that, Mr. O?
I've already went through 2 boxes of the gift I was given.
This does not surprise me. This does not. Mr. Candy Fiend. So anyway, for latecomers, we're celebrating Mr. O's retirement today from 20 years of work. Woohoo! And I'm going to pull a card. Actually, we're going to let the person of honor today pull the card for the collective. So his fate is on you. Oh, it's reversed. That's okay. Believe it or not, it's reversed, and it's funny. It's the No Place Like Home card. And you know, a lot of us who have been quarantined probably maybe are a little tired of home. Maybe that's why it's reversed. I don't know, but we're going to check it out and see. So basically, this is just an oracle I do at the beginning from the many decks I have. And we read the protection message for this card today. And it says, there are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different.
Hi, Dr. Victor. I see you
Hey,
joining us.
Dr. V. And hey, Dr. V, we are celebrating Oberon's retirement today. 20 years.
And
He
as
is.
usual, Sassy is knocking over the
Uh-oh.
camera.
Well, don't let her knock over anything. Yeah.
Anything
dear me.
else, right? Oh, dear. Camera,
So that's what we've been doing. And Dr. V, we are having some glitches, everybody, because we have new equipment and there might be some buffering and some weird things going on. But hopefully you'll be able to hear us and get your messages. So what decks are you using today, Mr. O?
Well, I have a deck that is being sat upon by Sassy.
Uh-oh.
So I'll move to another deck, and that's the Ancestral Path Tarot. Beautiful image there of the King of Staves. That's the back of that deck. I also have the Mermaid Tarot, which was a big popular one a week or two ago. And that's the star from that deck.
Very nice, very nice.
And
What else you got?
my typical Night Sun Tarot. And I have the Ace of Pentacles from that one.
And Dr. V says, so happy for you. Happy retirement. It's worth celebrating, witnessing a day like this.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Dr.
it is,
V.
Dr. V. Yes, it is.
I am definitely agreeing with that.
All right.
And how about you, Banshee?
Today I have brought out again, I'll just get the books, it's easier. Afterthoughts from the After Tarot. That is by Corinne Kenner, and the artist is, oh gosh, it's probably the Italian. Concept by Pietro Aligo, and art by Giulia Francesca Massaglia. I've got the Revelations Tarot by Zach Wong. And I have the beautiful Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robertson, expertly illustrated by Eugene Smith. Just a beautiful deck. And my Lenormand decks tonight are going to be the Healing Light Lenormand by Christopher Butler, and the Mystical Lenormand painted by Urban Trash.
What's over there?
Okay. And just a public service announcement for everybody, whether you're in the U.S., wherever you are, please, please wear a mask. Asking, pleading. Things are getting really bad. And We owe it to ourselves to do what we can to protect everybody. And that's my preaching for today.
So let's get going.
We certainly will. I'm going to go over the list as I have it, and I think I got to add Dr. V. So if you're not up for a reading, let us know, but this is the list as I have it. And I think, was there somebody else? I want to make sure I've got everybody. If I have missed your name, then just type it in the chat and I'll catch you and get it in there. So I had Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you made it in first. Congrats. And Angel Mary is next, and then Lori, Amy, Deb, KL, and Dr. V. That's
K-dash.
Oh, K-dash. Wait a minute. There was a KL too, so I missed
Right,
K-dash.
K-dash is near the beginning.
K-dash was after Amy, before Deb, I think. Nope, Deb was there. So K-dash
All the way to the beginning.
came after Deb. Came after Lori. Okay,
I'll help you out with that.
I got it. Okay, I'll go over the list again. Sorry about that. I have Aaliyah, Angel Mary, Lori, K-dash, Amy, Deb, KL, and Dr. V.
So Aaliyah, you are up. Go ahead with your question.
Thank you for liking my mask. I tried to make it fun. And I found somebody who makes some very cool masks. I had to pay a little more, but I don't mind because, you know, hey, if I'm going to wear a mask, I want it to look good. Shame on me. It's very vain, I guess. All right. So we do have Aaliyah's question.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what's in his mind right now. Let's see if we can't pick anything up there. Do you want to use one of mine? I'll use the after.
Yours is good.
All right. I'm going to use the after tarot. Oh, Julia. I don't know. This is a time when a lot of people are acting out badly. So we're seeing it here in our state in a variety of ways. I just saw a big confrontation in a parking lot somewhere where somebody pulled a gun and it just looked ugly. It didn't escalate, but it just really looked ridiculous. It's one of those things we'll be seeing on Twitter, I'm sure. All right.
And I give that shuffle too.
Yeah, I do see that it keeps freezing. My thing keeps freezing.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to
We'll have to talk to our
what's up.
producer because we are noticing that something's going on with the buffering. So you may be experiencing freezing a little bit. We're sorry about that. We're not sure. Like we said, this is our first new broadcast on this system. So we'll have some tinkering to do. But here's what we got.
Well, Leah, I will say one thing. This person's mind is not in a good place. We have the Ten of Swords upright. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And so what I'm sensing here... What I'm sensing here is this person has really got some issues. I don't know if they're trying to hurt someone, you know, if they are really the ones trying to manipulate and hurt someone, or if they feel some really grave hurt has been done to them, and this is why they're acting out. This is kind of what I'm seeing here.
This is a new tarot for me, but I sort of almost get the feeling like there's a victim complex, a persecution complex. I'm mostly saying that because I'm seeing that one there. And then maybe this one too. Just the fact that there's all these pentacles too just makes it sound like
they're very possessive or
there's a possessiveness
controlling.
and it's reversed. So it's definitely not the higher end of being, you know, motivated by, you know, materialistic things. Yeah, I guess there's a higher end to that. I don't know.
Yeah, I sense that something's building here too, Aaliyah, in a way. But here we have, okay, the Four of Pentacles reversed to me. This is interesting because a lot of times that is about the ability to release and let something go. And I'm beginning to think maybe that's the problem. For some reason, this person cannot let something go and is having difficulty with it.
There's a lot of conflict here because on the other hand, the next card sort of indicates a person who's sort of giving up on being aloof and maybe is thinking about how they can be more active. This is our droopy microphone.
Yeah, I got to figure out what's going on with that lately, too.
Please,
Good
no
grief.
bad comments.
Mercury retrograde.
Oh, hi, Jenna, and hi, Sanjib.
Hey, Jenna, Sanjib.
Sanjib's first. Yes, we can add you, Jenna, of course.
Congratulate Mr. O on his retirement. This is the day.
Woohoo.
So, Jenna, and Sanjib, we've been explaining we're having some tough technical difficulties because we have new computer and new equipment and we're just trying it out. And we apparently have a few bugs, but hopefully we'll get through the readings okay. So, yeah, Aaliyah, again, like I said, this 4 to me is trouble, but also we have the 9 of Pentacles. So,
I don't think you're going to snap. I think that something's going to happen with this person
well, this
first.
was about this person, really,
Yeah.
and where they're at. And this
Sure.
is what I'm seeing here, is they're not happy in their life right now. They're acting out because their life stinks in some way. Whether it's
Yeah.
materially, physically, maybe they're not happy with their girlfriend. I'm not sure what it is, but they are not happy. And it's really clear. And they're acting out based on some of this, or maybe they feel, you know, maybe if they're really possessive about this person they're with, he's trying to alienate people away, you know, so that he can possess
Isolate
this
them,
person
yeah.
all to themselves.
Which is kind of like a bully stalker kind of technique.
I'm just throwing that out there, Lee, as a possibility, because I do sense, something not right here. Definitely. And I'm going to throw some Lenormand and see if we can get some more light on this. Did you have anything to add about the 9, or did you?
No, I
already?
sort of feel like that is that attempt to sort of reverse their fate or reverse where they see themselves going, but they're not really going to be very successful at it. And I think the problem is that rather than being able to depend on themselves, they can't, but they're trying to fool your friend or others that they are more dependent or more independent.
Okay, I'm going to throw a couple Lenormand. All right. Okay, I'm just going to... Wow. I drew the cross card. And then I drew the dog card. So I sense that somebody is being really hurt by this behavior. And it's a friend. And, wow. I mean, it couldn't be any clearer. And somebody might be left grieving or mourning or very upset about this situation. Maybe it's even yourself, Aaliyah. But I sense that this is about not him or this guy so much as it is about people involved in this situation.
They say that the Ten of Swords is the only card that possibly relates to physical death or near death. And so it's kind of interesting. It's coming up. No, I don't think your friend is in danger. I really hope not, of course. But I'm just saying that this person does seem like this is somebody that maybe nobody should be dealing with. They might want to figure out a graceful exit if they could,
Well,
or just really put them on hold for a while.
Either that, or maybe, you got to take a firm stand and say, hey, this behavior's out of line. I'm not tolerating it anymore. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you just have to say, line in the sand, don't do this. Not acceptable, and, hey, I want to like you. What's the problem? Maybe if you want to be less confrontational, just say, what can we do to make you feel better about things, and try to put them on the spot and let them come out with what the problem is. I don't know, but there is definitely something wrong in paradise here, Aaliyah, most definitely. And that's what we have for you today. I hope that helps.
And Mr. O needs to clean his glasses. They're
Uh-oh.
all smudgy.
Well, I will chat while he is gone. And
Honest.
if you haven't checked it out yet, check out his Emotional Exchanges, which is on, which is a video on YouTube. He gives a weekly forecast for the emotions. And coming soon, not next week, but the Monday following next, I will be starting my Material Matters series. So I'll be coming out with a video every Monday that will be talking about finance, education, investments, the money, the material, real estate maybe, the material aspects of life for all the zodiac signs. So check it out. And he's back.
Yes, I am. Hello, hello.
Okay, Angel Mary, you're right on it. Yes, you are next. I'll go through the list again. After Angel Mary is Lori, K Dash, Amy, Deb, KL, Dr. V, Sanjib, and Jenna.
All right. So,
And if I've missed anybody along the way, let me know.
want to use my deck this time?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to use the Mermaid Tarot because that seems to be really good for emotional kinds of questions, relationship questions, things like that.
Well, forewarned is, January girl, welcome, welcome.
Hi, January girl.
We're having some glitches, January girl, so it won't be your computer if you see us freezing up.
We're having computer problems of our own.
It's Mercury retrograde, and we just set up our new broadcasting on the new computer, so there are a few bugs. We'll work it out with our our ex-producer, amazing Monster Hunter son, who
Come here.
set this up for us now. Do you like his backdrops? He did a great job on the backdrops.
Lay down. Good girl. Lay down.
And Mr. O is retired as of now. So we are celebrating his retirement today. Let me just cut here.
Yes. And for those who don't know, this is our sassy cat.
The one that perennially needs to be on a diet.
She's like a meatloaf.
Okay, so
Is it a yes or no? Or are you going to do 3?
I'm going to do 3.
Okay.
Well, something's happening, I have to say, Angel Mary. That's all I got to say here because you got the Death card upright.
Big change.
You have the Knave of Pentacles, which is like the Page of Pentacles. And rushing headlong into your life is the Knight of Wands. Now, what does this mean? Some major changes are coming very soon to you, it seems to me.
Wow.
Yeah, and some of that may have to do with the financial sector of your life, possibly, but more importantly, I think is this Knight of Wands. This looks like it could be a romantic interest of some sort. Definitely.
Well, I'm looking at that Knave of Pentacles, which is like the Page of Pentacles, and so I'm thinking this is a person who maybe has wanted to crush on you for a long time, like maybe they've been persevering, they've been more in the background, and maybe they're finally getting ready to make a move, like maybe not necessarily that you know them, but that they've been somehow around you for a while. The other thing is when I was shuffling the deck, a card fell out and I didn't want to show it, but now I'm going to tell you what it was. It was the Emperor. And my feeling was,
wow.
Oh, is the person crushing on you possibly somebody who's more of a in charge person, a ruler, director of a department or something like that? And I don't know. It was just kind of like what it hit me, like somebody who has authority over things, like they're a boss of some sort, you know?
Well, it's clearly somebody who feels in control or in command, I would say. And, they have good leadership abilities. I mean, it could even be a student who leads different organizations and stuff like that. Somebody with a leader mindset. And,
right, because that's the
yeah.
student connection there.
Yeah, because we also have that Pentacle. So I don't know if you are in school, Angel Mary, or anything, but this could be somebody, you're going to school with even.
Well, I'm actually wondering if it could actually be more than one person, like maybe you have 2 people who are interested. I don't know.
Wow. When it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I'd say it's a good probability of yes that somebody is crushing. So pay attention to the people around you. I'm going to draw some Lenormand, and I'm going to get out my other deck for this one. Here we go. Oh, hi, Mary Grace. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
I'll
Mary
get you on the
Grace.
list. We're celebrating Mr. O's retirement today. 20 years of service, and he is now done.
Every time she says it, I have to take another This is not that kind of show. I normally don't drink during it. So if I fall over or start slurring my words, I promise it won't happen very often.
Please note
At
it's
all.
a big glass and I did not fill it all the way for a reason. We got a show to do.
Oh, sassy. You won't let me get too tipsy, will you?
Angel Mary says congrats.
Thanks, Angel.
Holy cannoli, Angel Mary. You have the moon and you have the sun. Hey, I do not know what's cooking here, but it's only good. This is like success, compounding success in a way.
Now, I don't-
Maybe success in the romance department.
I don't read Lenormand, so I just kind of go with what the symbols tell me. Banshee says sometimes I'm pretty good at it. And so to me, this represents the polarity of the possible two crushes. Like one is more like the moon, one is more like the sun. So maybe one has some mysterious aspects and some has some more brighter, easy to see aspects. They're different. If there are two, they're really very different, like the sun and the moon.
Yeah, both of these cards are good standalone. The sun, whenever it's by any card, like if the sun is by a negative card, it mutes the effects of the negativity coming towards you. But when it's by a positive card, it only magnifies it that much more. So this is really good things around you right now, Angel. But remember, things don't happen in a vacuum. It's not just going to come out of thin air. Make sure you put yourself in a position to receive these kind of blessings that are coming your way. And that's what we have for you.
Alrighty.
So,
Thank you.
we are on Lori. Hey, Lori, you want a reading?
Hi, Laurie. If you want a reading, go
You can
ahead.
ask a question or a general reading if you'd rather. Just type in what you want.
And of course, you're going to get one soon anyway.
Oh, I see.
You're welcome, Angel. And I don't want to give out a lot of information, but there's a couple people who are in the chat room who I know personally, and I'm very happy that they're here. I don't want to cry, but I might.
Oh,
So,
gosh. I wanted to bring Kleenex. He wouldn't let me. But anyway, okay.
So go ahead and just either write in a question or if you're more interested in a short general
Yeah, if you
reading.
want general, just say general and we'll do that.
And this time you'll have both of us reading.
You could always just say, what about the month ahead? And we'll look at your month ahead.
I think I'm getting tipsy enough to where I won't probably cry. Some people cry when they get tipsy. I probably don't. I'm not sure why that would be. Yes, Mary Grace, we are adding you to the list.
Oh, you are on the list. I'll go read the list while we're waiting for Lori's question. Type in what you want Lori to say or do, because maybe that'll help. Okay, so Lori is up now, then K Dash, then Amy, then Deb, then KL, Dr. V, Sanjib, Jenna, January Girl, and Mary Grace. We will get everybody in tonight. Don't eat my mask. That's just a reminder, since more people have come into the chat, please wear your masks. Things are getting really serious out there. I don't care what country you're coming from. Please keep everybody safe.
All right, general or the end of the year advice, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to look at the next month. We already know it's pretty screwed.
Do you want your, I have your deck here too.
I figured that. I didn't know if the cat was...
Do you want to use one of mine? I can use the beautiful animal one.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use the animal tarot.
Okay. I just love this
We
deck.
do have a few people in front of you, Mary Grace, but I remember we got you the other night, so I think we did.
Oh, we will absolutely get to you today. Don't worry about it. Thursdays generally are a little slower than Sundays, so you have a better shot at getting a reading on Thursdays. Keep that in mind, for now anyway, until we get big. Who knows?
Ooh, that sounds good, Jenna.
Here you go.
Once in several years, I might like to have a cocktail.
I love mojito mint. I love mojitos at Mexican restaurants. I thought it would be an odd thing until I tried one. Because I'm a mintaholic. I love mint. And it just worked for me.
I normally don't drink, January Girl, because I really shouldn't medically. I have some situations that I probably don't want to drink a whole lot.
And he really shouldn't, because he gets silly.
I do. What's the silliest I ever got?
Oh, gosh.
Dancing in my underwear at a big party.
You had to go there, didn't you?
It was many years ago, and the footage seems to be deleted from the internet. So don't go looking for
Oh, my
Oberon in
goodness.
his underwear.
Lori, I have nothing but pretty good news for you. We have the Nine of Wands, and it's upright.
Okay.
We have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's upright. And we have the King of Wands, upright. So, Mr. O, do you want to go first? with
Okay.
this? I'll put them by you. You can hold them up if you want.
Yep. Look at that card, Lori. The Nine of Wands. This is a person who's like, bring it, I'm ready. This is like, I have my back, I have everybody's back. I'm here. You might as well call me the leader. It maybe isn't really about being a leader, but it is about being in the right position, being able to look at what you're facing and say, I got this.
Yeah, so basically, Lori, it's like this person, it's not as clear on this card as it is on some other cards, but this person in the card has been through a lot, and they're used to battles. And they
Yes.
know how to fight battles and how to be prepared for them. And this is showing you are ready for anything that's going to come your way.
You seem to have a season or two, and probably because we were thinking about the end of the year, of better luck, things turning more in your favor. It could very well be that this also is coinciding with the end of the year. Wands are more like weeks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But 9 weeks means it's at least a few months away. So it maybe is starting, but it's probably carrying on to the end of the year, I think.
Well, and the wheel is an interesting card for a lot of reasons. It's a card of luck, it's a card of fortune, it's a card of fate. And sometimes the wheel is up and you've got good times, and sometimes it's down. And right now, or in the future, you're going to be riding high on that wheel, which means, it might be the time to strike and do something, that you've only been thinking of doing. Timing is everything, and this is a card of right timing. So keep that in mind. Play that lucky number if you get a hunch. Wouldn't hurt.
I live with the lucky one. Now, finally, that King of Wands, it's like he's sort of crawling on the ground there. He's moving forward. That's the cleverness aspect. But the King of Wands also stands for just high energy in general. He stands for a good business mind, somebody who is able to maybe start and run a business, and also a person who attracts trust to them, a person who is kind of a natural leader in a way.
Yeah, definitely. And, as far as business sense goes, very savvy, knows their stuff. And I think this is just you. You're really going to be coming into your own, this is also an ideal card for an entrepreneur. Anybody who has an idea, that they've always dreamt of trying to go out and do on their own. This is a card of somebody who's able to accomplish that. You obviously are a great thinker.
So now we're going to pull 2 Lenormand cards. That's an oracle that we cap off your reading with. And they're not exactly like tarot. They're more similar to the older form of fortune telling that maybe you might have known somebody, an aunt or somebody who did that. We did. She had a few aunts that did that.
Yes.
But it's basically an older form too of that. And we like to see if it correlates or if it gives us a little extra texture for your reading.
Well, okay. There's the fish, which is a really wonderful card in and of itself. Well, this is actually good the way this came out, and I'll explain why. This is the scythe, which is a cutting implement, which in a way sounds bad if you think about it. But the good news in this case is that the blades on it are not facing the card that I drew. So basically what that means is the fish is about abundance and flow of money and financial resources. And, the scythe is about cuts and cutting back. But it looks to me like, you're going to avoid that blade. You're going to avoid cuts. And money is going to continue to flow to you. Maybe not as fast as you might like, but it looks as though you're in for some increase or at least some steady times financially.
Fish swim in the water, and water has waves. You're going to ride the wave and kind of cut your way to where you need to be.
Okay.
My take.
That's his take on the Lenormand, and that's what we have for you,
So
Lori.
good luck, Lori, and
Thanks
thanks
for
for coming.
joining us today. I'm sure he really appreciates it.
I did. It was nice to see all you guys.
Yeah, it is.
So who's next? And thank you for saying it's a great reading.
K-Dash is next. Hey,
All right.
K-Dash, you are up, and then Amy, Deb, KL, Dr. V, Sanjib, Jenna, January Girl, and Mary Grace.
Not bad at all. So we're
Well, I
done
hope
here.
they all turn out that way, but no guarantees. When we read for people, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but then again, I hate to not tell you something you need to hear.
Sonny has joined us. He's the usual mascot here, as some of our regulars know. He's always there. So now he's got to share the space with Sassy a
And
little
I'm
bit.
sure he's not happy.
You're very welcome,
Oh,
Lori.
you're very welcome, Lori. Hey,
Thank you.
K-Dash, where are you? It's your turn. I'll type it in.
So while we're waiting for our next person to show up, I'm going to go through our list of some things that we do here. We also have another astrological reading. It's not a live one. So right now, that's over on our YouTube channel. Every time the sun moves into a new sun sign, we do a special reading called the Monthly Modality Messages. And you can get more information about that by going to the YouTube channel and looking for one of those. I think we have a playlist for that. But basically, it's a unique reading that's combining some of that different kind of energies so that you can get kind of an original reading. So I'll talk more about that later.
Yes, well,
we're going to move on to our next reading now.
I was going to say get one of your decks. That's why I was
Alrighty.
pointing there.
And we're going to read now for K-Dash.
Yeah, because I am coming out with another soul story soon, so stay tuned for the promo on that. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We'll
There's
get
a
into
rumor
this
that
reading.
Oberon is going to have a soul story too. So this is a good time to remind everybody that if they have very interesting, unusual stories, maybe they should ask us about it. Maybe we'll see about adding other people's soul stories to our playlist.
Well, don't sit on it, Jenna. That would be very hurtful.
Yes. I think, seriously speaking, that our cats are kind of attuned to our energies, and that when we read, they kind of sense that our brains go into a different rhythm, and cats are kind of attracted to that. I've always known that for many years of having cats, that whenever I sat around and meditated,
Oh, sorry.
or maybe, did a candle ceremony or something, they would kind of show up and say, like, yeah. So we're doing a general reading for K-Dash. Okay.
What do we got here?
We have 3 cards. We have Death reversed.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Chariot upright.
Boy, this sounds like a Mercury retrograde reading
I
to
know,
me.
doesn't it?
Yep.
And then we have another major arcana. We have number 6, the Lovers. And that one is also reversed. And it's kind of interesting because maybe they cancel each other out in a way, because the Devil and the Lovers, many tarot decks sort of
You
have
meant
them as
Death and
sort
the
of
Lovers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's not Death. Whoops, it's the Devil.
It is the Devil? Okay, so that changes my perspective.
Oh, okay, so I was actually right, eh?
Yeah, but you said Death the first time. so,
Whoops.
Yeah.
Definitely need a little more wine, eh? Okay, so they are kind of dark twins of each other, and now they're both reversed. So like that's kind of even weirder in a way, a dark twin of each other and then reversed.
Well, yes, that is. That is very interesting.
So maybe the clue is in the Chariot. The Chariot talks about your drive or motivation, maybe projects you're working on or are hoping to be working on, or what is kind of, moving you along.
Yeah, there's movement somewhere, up and coming, and you got to be careful because the Devil reversed, Well, the Devil reversed is really quite good. I feel like that moves in a positive direction. Like you suddenly now feel free to move from things that were restricting you in some way, whether it was your own mental blocks, whether it was bad habits that you had, whatever, or whether it was somebody else holding you back and, restricting your movement. You are free. And so basically, the Chariot upright is saying move, go forward and move and progress. But be sure you're doing things that are in your best interest, because the Lovers reversed kind of talks about that maybe you have to be careful of the choices you're making and what those motivations actually are.
That's pretty interesting chain there that I see there
Yeah.
too. And so it could be that that's a lot of what the situation in your general is about, is that you're going to be faced with a challenge, and maybe you'll have an opportunity to really pull yourself out of some places of bad behaviors, because you basically have the will to want to do that. There's a Chariot there saying, you just have to really push forward on it. And so I think that with the Lovers card reversed, then it may be that some of those choices may extend into more of some real functional reality. You may have to decide that certain people that you feel close to, maybe you need to do a timeout of some sort.
Yeah. I'm going to see if the Lenormand can give us something a little bit more specific, hopefully, as to what area this might be coming from. Because the Major Arcana just tells us that this is probably going to be some major shift for you, since 2 of the 3 cards were the Major Arcana.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It always talks about kind of major energies or focuses happening in your life.
Wow, look at that, Mr. O. Ha ha. And I'll tell you what, K-Dash, you might be faced with this sooner than later, because I have the Crossroads card here, which is like the Path card in this deck. And I have the Rope or Broom. And that usually means something happening swift, suddenly, and maybe kind of jarringly. That you're going to be faced with a decision or be at a crossroads about something.
It's kind of interesting,
Yeah.
because the Crossroads is about movement and choices and going directions, and the Chariot can be too. And so I wonder if there's a correlation between those two, and that maybe some of this is really like, some of this is going to happen abruptly, and you're going to have to kind of make
a swift decision, and that's why you have to be sure that what you're doing is for the good of yourself, the good of people around you, etc.
I don't know if this is true. I'm getting a low psychic sense that somehow this may involve a child's safety. It just came to my mind, so I don't know if you have to make a decision that may affect a younger person being safe. I'm just going to throw that out there in a general way. But it just came to me. But there is something that's going to probably happen quickly, and you will have to do something.
Yeah.
To make things better.
Absolutely.
It looks like you have a good chance of that too. So you may have to let us know more about this, next time or whenever it happens.
Yeah, I'm not getting a clear picture as to what it is, other than the fact, to me, it might mean it's a decision, and maybe that's why it's being nebulous. It's not saying in what area of your life, but I'm getting the feeling it's a move of some sort. Change in direction. I don't know if it's a change in career, change in people you are with.
You're welcome.
But it is something along those lines. Good luck, K-Dash. Keep us
Keep
posted.
in touch.
Hey, Amy, you are up if you want a reading, and just let us know what
Hi,
kind.
Amy.
And then Deb is next after that, and then KL, Dr. V, Sanjib, Jenna, January Girl, and Mary Grace.
Amy, I can almost taste some dots right now.
A general and outlook for the rest of the year. Okay.
Alrighty. What deck you want to use? Use that one again? Sure.
The after, I think.
I like it.
Did I
like
just
that
use
deck.
it?
You used it at the beginning.
No, I did, yeah.
So thank you everybody for coming in, all your well wishes.
I have a bad feeling about this problem we're having. I think I know what it is.
Something's not configured correctly.
Maybe.
What do you think it is?
Well, we got new equipment here, and have never gotten new upgrades to our Comcast.
Oh, so you think it's the...
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, our son always said that we had a really good
He did, but I just wonder if buffering and stuff has something to do with we were supposed to upgrade
you're
our
suggesting that maybe we're broadcasting faster than our signal can carry
possibly.
it. Okay,
Possibly.
that's interesting.
And it's only because the box is old. I mean,
All
I'm
right,
sure.
Dr. Victor, it's not your turn just yet.
Yeah, hang in there, Dr. V. We still got a few in front of you. We're
Dots
reading
with
Amy
wine.
now, and then 2 more in front of you after that, Dr. V. So,
Dots with wine. You go.
I don't know about that.
Oh, no, it's all good, Barb. There you go.
Okay.
It's
so
a little of this, it's a little of that.
we have the Page of Pentacles upright. We have the 8 of Wands reversed. And then we have the Page of Swords reversed. So what does this mean? So the Page of Pentacles starting off, it looks as though, you might be getting some good financial news of some sort. I don't know if it's some, or if you are in school, obviously this is a very good positive thing for a student.
It kind of feels like a reward.
It does feel like a reward to me of some sort, or some financial gain. It could be, maybe some investment pays off more than you thought, but there's definitely some financial good news that you're starting the whole thing off with. Now the 8 reversed. Did you say what you needed to on that?
No, I'm good with that. Yep.
Okay, the 8 of Wands reversed. I can see a couple things here. I can see one where maybe, you're just tired of scattering your energy all over the place. It's time to just focus. Focus your attention on the most important things to get done in your life and let the rest go because it's draining you. I think that's what I see here.
I would have to agree with that it could just be too that you're having a sense of right now of looking more behind you and seeing things that didn't hit the mark, that missed the mark or didn't hit the mark exactly the way you would have liked. So you want to just stop any regrets. I know you probably don't. Maybe that's just me. But I'm sort of your twin in a way too, But so maybe you just want to say focus and shoot the arrow straight and true.
There you go.
So then we have another page, though.
Yeah.
And I always love this when this happens, 2 similar cards. They're both in the same court.
So tell me something. So what do you feel about getting 2 pages and the significance?
Well, pages generally talk about messages coming to you, but sometimes they really talk about maybe a part of your youthfulness. Maybe it's oriented towards study.
Your
or maybe
inner child, even?
an inner child kind of thing, too. Mm-hmm. So if that's what these are competing aspects of an inner child, and one is saying, be ready for your reward because you have worked hard and you deserve it. But the other one is saying, don't brag too much. Don't be undiplomatic. Don't bask too much in the glow and maybe create an appearance that others will say, oh, you're not really good because you're just bragging here. But it could also be saying, too, is that they're saying, like, you got to keep your focus, So this card, too, is a card of focus, too, because when it's upright, it's really about somebody who's poised and talented. This isn't saying you're not poised, but this is saying that you have to watch what you say around certain people.
Wink, wink.
And don't lose your focus.
So the yes, pages are about, especially the Page of Swords, it's an air kind of element influence, and it's about communication. And so, you got to watch what you say, and it might also be, sometimes people might say cutting things to you. It's a caution here not to act in kind. So that's sort of what I'm looking at here is there's communications that are going to run afoul one way or another. Somebody should think before they speak.
I'm seeing the giggling over there. I'm part of it. But we're going to pull the Lenormand Oracle now and see if it gives us any little clarification at all. Meanwhile, Sassy's going to try to knock over the camera. That's a girl. That's a girl. Block me from view.
So I've got the clouds for you, and I got the child. And the clouds came first, and that's kind of important. It's not really that evident in this deck, but the clouds have a dark and a light side, and the child is on the lighter side. So I think what it means to me is don't expect, like, it by year's end for anything really huge to happen or develop, but you're going to make some small gains. I think it means small gains that will boost your mood, that will make you feel better about yourself, because it really is by the light side of the clouds. I know this.
And I'm thinking too that maybe there's just going to be something new that enters your life. Maybe it's a new pet, or maybe it's a new interest, maybe more likely. Something that basically is a hobby or something to give you something else to focus on. So, and I think that will be helpful, because not because it's going to distract you from problems, but because maybe it'll help you think about problem solving too.
That's what we have for you, Amy. I hope you enjoyed that.
And we'll see you very soon.
And Deb, you are up. So just let us know what your reading is. And after Deb is KL, and then Dr. V, and then Sanjib, Jenna, January Girl, and Mary Grace. And we haven't even hit our first hour yet, so we're doing great.
We're close, though, but yeah, we are doing
Hey, do you want to pop up my soul stories while we're waiting for the...
Well, I also thought that for anybody who's new, that I would show our schedule. And we are normally here every Thursday, like tonight, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also Sundays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we really love the fact that we have some friends in the international arena who come here and they say good morning, or they tell us that it's a different time. And we're really happy that you come here and get your readings with us. So thank you very much. And I'm going to show the quick screen for Banshee's soul stories so she can talk about them for a moment.
So basically, weird things always happen to me. But I know they happen to you too. You know, we've all experienced signs, synchronicities. Maybe you've had dreams. Maybe you've had some experiences with the paranormal. You know, and so these are stories that I share about actual real things that have happened to me in my life. And I feel I do this because I want everybody to think about all the things that happen to them. I don't think people realize how much, you know, spirit is in connection with us, and how we get signs and synchronicities all the time. So join me. My next one, which will be coming out very soon in July, is going to be on my ghost story.
Okay, and we have a request for a general reading from Deb.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and do that. And Sassy's looking at my glass over here like she wants to knock it over.
Yeah, no.
And what's headed your way in July? Okay. We'll find out. And we're going to use the Ancestral Path Tarot.
Okay.
Alrighty, go ahead.
This time.
Here's another card for you that Sassy was sitting on. I know.
All right.
Yes, please do show our readings. We're on YouTube. We have all kinds of other stuff there too. We have silly stuff. We have other kinds of readings. We've done readings about coronavirus.
Yeah, the stream will be posted right after, pretty much, maybe a little delay.
Right. Normally, or you could start at the beginning. I think people could actually start at the beginning too if they want. But yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah. And you're welcome, Amy.
General for July for Deb.
Well, what's coming too.
Okay.
Already.
Wow, we got 2 8s. Okay. A little bit of up and a little bit of down, Deb. We have the 8 of Swords, and that's upright. We have the 8 of Cups, and that's...
No, it's staves, right?
No, it's Cups.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's your deck. The 8 of Cups reversed, and then we have the Sun reversed. So... there's a little bit of up and down for you in July, and it starts with this 8 of Swords. You know, The Eight of Swords on a traditional tarot shows a woman who's surrounded by swords and her hands are bound and she's blindfolded. And it looks as though she's trapped and she can't get away. But if you look closely, the bindings on her hands are very loose, like she could slip herself right out of them if she wanted to. So basically, this is saying, to me that maybe you're stuck in a situation that you feel you have no way out of, but there is a way out and you control that.
Right, I would have to agree with that there's just sort of a reluctance to fully approach the situation, and there could be really good reasons for that, but it just may be that the containment is not complete. It could mean, though, that you still don't have the ability to see what's going on out there because of the blindfold.
Right.
It's not as present in this particular deck, but it is apparent with the meaning.
Yeah, go ahead with that. That's interesting.
Now, with the Eight of Cups reversed, a lot of times that says somebody really feels like their life needs to change to the point where they really want to kind of pick up and pick something really different to happen. It doesn't necessarily mean a physical move to a new home or to a new job, but it could. But it's more likely to mean maybe, it is reversed though, isn't it?
Yes.
Why don't you take over? Sorry.
That's okay. I'll let him get his thoughts. The Eight of Cups is reversed. And to me, that seems to be, a pull back to something that you want to, revisit. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's something you used to do and you've stopped doing and you're thinking, I really want to go back and, put my energy in that again. It's like you're returning to something. It could be an old friendship. It could be just maybe some groups that you used to belong to, but it seems like you're returning to something familiar and that you used to do.
It's like looking for something that can give you some comfort in all of this.
Yeah.
And to some degree, that does seem to extend from the Eight of Wands or the Eight of Swords, because when you see that maybe you're feeling like you don't really have a movement clear for you, or not one that you are less than reluctant to take, that maybe you'll just want to really pull back a little bit and go back to something more familiar.
Yeah, and the sun reversed is just, it's not the end of the world when the sun is reversed, but it does say there's going to be some delays. There's going to be a few disappointments in the next month, and, you're just going to have to navigate your way through them. There's just no way around that. So you're just going to be feeling a little down on yourself, and maybe that's why, you're so, you're kind of hesitant to move yourself into this other situation. So, don't worry. I think this too shall pass. July is just going to be one of those months.
Well, with me, the sun reversed, the idea here could be that it just may be that you're going to find out something. The sun always kind of illuminates, but maybe what you find out is just not what you wanted to hear. So there may be something that's telling you, like Banshee says here, that a project is failing or needs more attention from you. And that could be what's going on too, is that really your situations are just sort of pulling you away from the things you... Thank you, Sassy.
Hey, she did that right in front of you.
Well, but I'm looking at that camera. Great. That situations are just basically pulling you away from where you do need to focus. And so you kind of got to carve out, what you can do and allocate the time to do that. So here's Banshee with our Lenormand.
Excuse me. Okay, so... I need something to drink. Okay, sorry. Got a little tickle in my throat. We have that psyched again. It's that cutting implement came up. And this time it is pointing to, it was pointing to the star. The stars. So I think July is going to be a time where you're going to be feeling a lot less optimistic, and remember, this is just feelings. It may not be the way things are, but you are not going to be feeling very optimistic. You're going to be feeling kind of down about some things. So do some things to try to just pick up your spirits, you know. Just, I know it's hard in an era where we can't go out to eat without risks. We can't do anything without risks. But try to do something that will really make you feel better. Something, you know, whether it's reading, whether it's working on a craft or hobby, to just get yourself through. It's probably just Mercury retrograde, Deb, to be honest with you. It sure sounds like it to me.
I have felt that the Mercury retrograde has affected me emotionally, and some of you guys know that I'm a mess right now, very much so. And yet everybody keeps saying, but it's retrograding in Gemini, which of course is your sign.
Oh,
Deb,
yeah.
So you could be feeling it more.
You could be feeling it more, yeah.
But I'm holding that card up there because, of course, like me, you go back to the day and you would remember that space is the place. So maybe you just need to distract yourself by doing some stargazing of some sort. At least till you get, you know, that inspiration, because the stars can mean that too, that just there's an inspiration that you're looking for and you just need to keep looking for it.
That's what we have for you, Deb. I hope that worked for you. And hey, KL, you are up. And after KL is Dr. V, Sanjib, Jenna, January Girl, and Mary Grace. So type in your question, KL. So. Cheers again to Mr. O. Absolutely. I'm envious.
I went to the movie again. Briefly watch.
I'm watching. You did. How'd you do that?
I accidentally hit the wrong one. Whoops.
Oops.
Get Mr. O off of the wine.
Yeah, and here you're toasting me again.
You're very welcome, Deb.
You're welcome, Deb. Hey,
Till we meet again.
are you still with us? Do you want to type it in? KL, Kaye?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. The screen even broke up a little there. Yeah, we are having some issues. We're definitely going to have to look at that. Well, I just love the screens he set up for us. Maybe a little busy, but they work for me.
Thank you, Laurie. But you already knew that.
Ah, thank you. I think maybe KL has left us.
It's possible. We'll give them one more moment, but then we'll just move on to the next person
Yeah,
on the
because
list.
we know there's sometimes a delay, and with all this buffering, let's give them a moment.
But yeah, it is kind of common that people come here, and if they're going to be down the list, then they could go away for a while and come back and still be in line. So we don't recommend that.
Because we move you to the bottom.
If you're not here when we call you, we'll
Yeah.
go to the bottom.
Okay, last call for KL.
And I guess we're going to move on to Dr. V, Dr. Victor. Hello to you in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, Dr. V.
Oh, hopefully he didn't drop out too.
Yeah, I know. You know, he will come back. Sometimes he has
will.
to
He does
check
come back,
out.
yeah.
But let's give him a minute because, again, we are definitely having some issues.
So that's the thing, and what's in store for us is that we will always continue to do our live streams and to also do the daily reading. So you might want to check that out too. Where is it? Where's the daily reading? There
Maybe
it is.
it's
Nope,
not.
It's not there. Oh well.
Maybe he didn't put it back.
It's possible he didn't do that. We do a daily reading on Facebook and Twitter. It's our Facebook TFT, Tarot for Today. And then on Twitter.
On Twitter, it's Tarot number 4 today.
But it's at.
Yeah, at Tarot for Today. And I've joined my 750 some followers there.
But the game plan is to do the free content, but to also work up the business side.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be in business sooner than later. So we're working all the details out, and we will have some announcements soon. And also, some people might be able to get in the next month some free readings from me and Mr. O as we test out some of my spreads that I want to use for pay-for readings later. So
We may have
if you
one or
want to be a
two-
guinea pig, you
Yeah.
might have a chance. They will be announced.
And we may have one or two giveaways of some items that we're coming across. So we're going to have fun and games here as we move into. And
Did you type Dr. V in?
I did. No, I didn't.
I
I'm
will.
sorry.
I will.
We gave him a lot of time, though. Stick around, Jenna, because
Yeah, Jenna, we're getting to you.
you'll be close at hand.
Okay, Amy, you're welcome.
Thank you, Amy.
Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. So let's see. We put KL at the bottom. I'm going to have to put Dr. V there too. So we're going to do that. Hey, Sanjib, are you with us? I know, Jenna, you are after Sanjib. So you will be after that. So don't go away. Because anything goes. So after Sanjib is Jenna, January Girl, Mary Grace, KL, and Dr. V.
Bye, Amy.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
Amy.
See you very soon. All those weeks I lost weight are about to end.
Uh-oh. No, we can't let this happen. Our trainer wants to work out with us.
Oh, she wanted me to stand up so she could get me to turn around and show you that I have no
He has no butt.
butt.
He has no butt. His pants, I don't know what they're hanging on, frankly. But anyway. I'm serious. Sanjib, you with us?
Okay, then.
Oh. Okay, Lori, take care. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you so much for everything. So I guess it's Jenna's turn. Hey?
Yeah, we got to put Sanjib at the bottom, I think, as well. You know, people might have had issues with our difficulties here. We'll have to see.
It could be. We're sorry about that. Hopefully we'll get it better on the next one. We got to figure out something has to configure with our speed, apparently.
Yeah, it is hilarious. That's just the way it goes sometimes, JG. People disappear. So, Jenna, you are up. You might as well throw your question in.
Hopefully you didn't leave just now.
Oh, and you're laughing about me and the no butt comment.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see.
Yeah, I guess that's, somebody else, Baba Teddy, told me he was a no butt too. So.
All right, so we've got Jenna wants a general reading. You got it. Do you
All
want
right.
these again?
Go
or?
ahead. Mhm.
Okay.
So Mr. O has some decisions to make about his future. Should he get a haircut ever again, or should he just let it keep going?
Oh, no.
Who knows?
Will he buy more berets? Are more berets in his future?
That, I think, will happen. I want to get a white one and a raspberry or burgundy beret.
Sassy keeps freezing up. Oh, Dr. V, you missed your turn.
Aww.
We are on Jenna now,
Thank you.
but I might be able to get you in sooner than later because a lot of people have left. So, yeah, and apparently no setting up broadcasting equipment on a new computer either. but we did.
You know, I think you're totally right that it has something to do with our speed and bandwidth. You know why? Because you're getting the messages sooner than I am over here at the control
But
board.
it keeps freezing.
Yeah, but you get those messages sooner because I'm not.
Interesting. Used to be the
It's
other
very
way.
hot.
All right, Jenna, we have the Chariot reversed. We have the Seven of Cups upright. And we have the Knight of Wands upright. Well, this is kind of an interesting reading, too, here. I think that, the Chariot reverse just basically means to me that, it's going to be slow for a time. Things might not be moving the way you would like them to. And maybe it's you, Jenna. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of a lack of motivation or drive to get things done. Just getting in kind of a lazy summer mode, if you know what I mean.
It could be that, but it could also just be the fact that the card after that, the Seven of Cups, seems to indicate that there's a lot to distract you right now, too. And so it could be that it's not just necessarily that you don't have the drive, but that the drive says this way, this way, this way, or that way. Something like that, perhaps.
Yeah, and the Nine of Wands just is a thing that says, regardless of whatever you decide to do, you'll be ready. You'll make sure that you are prepared 100%.
Yeah, despite it all, whether it means motion troubles or whether it means too much to think about, you are prepared for what comes to you. So the thing is that you would probably be able to turn these loose and vague ideas into something that would give you a direction to go into.
So you were asking if this was a good or bad reading. I'd say it's kind of a meh reading, just kind of so-so. Basically, it looks though that you may have to, spend some time trying to focus and decide on, a direction to take or what you're going to do. And you have to motivate yourself. Motivation seems to be the key. And once you do, it seems like everything is going to work out because you'll have everything in place and things will go smoothly.
Because the two best parts of it is that you really are an imaginative and idea person. It's mostly a matter of deciding what you're going to go with. Mm-hmm. And then this idea that you've had the sense of what this work enables or entails, like you know where the going's going to get tough, so you know how to work with that. You're just really prepared in certain ways. So we're going to do our Lenormand and see what that tells us.
Okay, well, I have the fish followed by the clover. Now, don't go gambling your shirt, but this sure is a lucky sign that, something financial might come to you through good luck or good timing. There's just something about, the fact that fate or timing has a role in possibly some money or some good, something good flowing to you.
Right. The fish to me talks about things moving to or from you, and I think it's moving toward you. I couldn't agree less with Banshee. It really is something lucky coming to you in your next several weeks or so.
So do you think that kind of turns around? Like I'm thinking, Jenna, probably by the end of, a month or so.
July-ish.
Yeah, maybe after Mercury goes direct, you're going to be raring to go. And something positive is going to develop or happen.
Could very well mean that the luck you have is that all of a sudden the ideas will kind of focus and you're really prepared. So it's just a matter of waiting for that all to kick in.
Yeah, pretty good reading. Actually, with getting this at the end, it's really a nice reading. So good job there. Good luck. I hope it all works out.
Yes, that's right. You're a Pisces. Yes. It's the fish
hi,
swimming.
Nev. I will add you to the list, so hang in there and we'll get to you. It's not too long now.
It's hard to say. I'm not sure that it is specifically that.
We will get to you, Nav, but we've got about 5 people in front of you. January girl, you are next, and then Mary Grace, KL if they've returned, then Dr. V, and then Sanjib if they've returned, and Nav. So hang in there, Nav, because a couple of people, I know Dr. V is back, but a couple people left us, so we might get to you sooner.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those stories where people come and go real quickly.
So what
usually,
you got, January girl? Here, take these back. I'll get one of mine. No, that's perfectly fine. We'll see what can get you out of the funk, maybe. Let's use this one again. All right, here you go, Mr. O. Well, I can't believe Sassy's joined us for the whole stream almost.
She seems a little needy tonight. You are always welcome, Jenna.
You're welcome, Jenna.
I like the way the cards show up for you. Could I have my iced tea back?
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Thank you, Jenna. One day we'll have that donation button.
Oh my goodness. Well, they are all reversed, January girl, which is, but it's not all bad. Actually, this
Some
is
are good.
well, for some of them, it's best case scenario because here we have the Ten of Swords, but it's reversed. And here we have the Ten of Wands, and it's reversed.
Those are both really good
Yep.
in reverse position.
And then we have the King of Wands, and it's reversed. So let's chat. Let's chat here because I think this Ten of Swords is hearkening to what you spoke of. This is showing somebody who's been through a lot, and they're feeling it. But they're also at the point now. Let me show you on this card because it does show here. You notice that pinkish in the background there? And that indicates that the sun is rising again. And so it basically means that, you know, the worst of it is done. And things are going to start lightening again for you. And that, I'm just going to run right into this one and then I'll let you go. And that brings us to this Ten of Wands here, reversed. It seems as though these burdens that you have been carrying, this heavy feelings that you have had, they're going to start to shift and ease. And it's possible somebody will help you work through them in some way. You know, or some new opportunity, something comes into your life that helps lighten that load for you a little bit.
Well, I agree with both of those. They really sound like really dramatic things that are going to change.
And they're
it's-
2 tens as
Yeah,
well.
they're 2 tens. So that's that. And they're coming sooner than later. I'm thinking that they're connected with what this may represent, the King of Swords reversed. And I'm wondering if it's really just you sort of letting some things go, which is indicated with this kind of stuff. And some of it is maybe the sense of, it's kind of dramatic to say a personal enemy, but somebody who just, you know, is sort of a thorn in your side and who's not really looking out for your interest. It's a false friend. It's a coworker that you think respects you but doesn't. It's somebody maybe a little bit on the ambiguous side. But once you recognize that and you're able to kind of put them in the area where they belong, more of these changes will continue to happen, I think.
I almost think she wants to come down, but there's no way for her to come down easily.
Okay, well, I can do that then. Hold on. Here, baby.
Sassy. Sassy. Well, maybe not.
Sassy girl.
Oh, well, forget it.
We'll go on with the Lenormand then.
I'm going to do the Lenormand and see what else we can add. I would just say with the King of Wands reversed, I didn't really chime in on that one, actually, January girl. You know, it's been making you feel less confident in yourself, all of this stuff that's been happening. So I think this period of time right now, you have to take and try to rebuild your self-esteem and your self-worth. You know, maybe life has thrown some really negative punches your way, and it's time for you to try to re-exert control and understand that that's not who you are, you know, and that you can overcome this. All right, so now I'm going to get the Lenormand.
It's fabulous. Oh. That nasty king.
Again, this is very interesting to me because I drew the bear and I drew the child. And so the child indicates kind of baby steps here a little bit. It shows to me, too, that maybe some, again, of your personal power, you know, your own self-empowerment has been minimized or diminished somewhat, because sometimes the child can indicate that, you know, that there's a diminishing, a shrinking, because a child is small. It can also indicate that maybe you are going to be taking some steps, as I suggest, to try to boost your self-confidence and your self-esteem once more, and realize that, you know, you are bigger than these situations that have held you down. So keep that in mind. It's going to be baby steps, or, you know, the fact that that's what you really have to work on is rebuilding, you know, your own self-esteem.
That King of Swords may not necessarily represent an actual person. I thought it might, but court cards don't always. It's probably more likely that they represent some things within yourself, some things that are going on, maybe attitudes you have. So it could just be that release that's coming and those situations being overturned are more a result of you dealing with that inner King of Swords, the part of yourself you don't trust, the part of yourself that doesn't have positive feelings about yourself. So it's really maybe more about your attitudes.
And the other thing about the bear can you know, it indicates like a mama bear. It's got a very feminine influence to it. You know, it can also indicate security and protection. And so I think, you know, you'll be taking small steps to improve your personal security and situation. It could even be your financial security as well.
It was the King of Swords, I thought. Maybe it was the King of Wands.
I think it was the King of Wands.
Oops, King of Wands. But that's what I was saying, though, about trusting yourself, because that's what Wands are about.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
So, hey, Mary Grace, you are up. And then KL, Dr. V, Sanjib, and Nav. And I think we'll cut it off with Nav tonight. I don't think we'll be able to fit anybody else, unless, you know, some of the people are gone. So, Mary Grace, are you with us? Just type your question.
You're welcome, January girl.
You're very welcome. Oh, well, thanks for sticking with us so long, Deb. We appreciate it. You know, just stop in anytime and say hi.
You are my scarecrow. I'll see you very soon.
All right, take care. Mary Grace, second call.
I'm not going to cry.
So he says. Okay, last call for Mary Grace. And if not, you are next, Doctor. Well, actually, KL. KL, are you back?
Yeah, let's cut to the chase.
You
So
will
this
be
week-
right after KL, Dr. V, but let me just see if they're here. Oh, Mary Grace is here.
All
Okay.
right. So 1 or 2 away.
So, tell me about my love life coming towards me this year. Should we do a yes/no on that?
Sure. We haven't done one
Let's
tonight.
do that first.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the Mermaid Tarot.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll save this for the next reading.
We like the Mermaid Tarot for some of the emotional questions and love questions. It just feels right.
And while we're doing Mary's question, I'm just going to ask again if KL is here. Because if not, then Dr. V, you will be right after Mary.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Do you want me to count them?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. Okay. Well, okay, first off, you were asking if he's coming towards you this year. It looks like yes, possibly so. What do you make of that Seven of Swords? We've got the Seven of Swords reversed here.
We've had the Seven of Swords a little bit lately.
We've been getting this, but not this is the first time today. The Seven of Swords in this reading kind of indicates to me that there is something that they are, maybe they don't feel comfortable revealing yet. You know, they might be keeping some secrets.
That's interesting you said that, because what I felt was this maybe is somebody that you know in some way. You said that kind of, I guess, but they're coming back as a point of honor. Like I sort of feel like they're coming back as a point of honor, like they're meant to do this, like they're meant to come back into your life, like maybe they weren't before. So it's important to
Well,
them.
are you saying they were in their life before? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe, or that there's something that connects them.
you. Okay.
It's important to them that they come to you, and it is probably in this year.
It does look like that's the answer, but I think, should we throw a little bit more on this for a little more clarity?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
do a little bit more for you, Mary. I just want to see a little bit more about this situation. But yes, I would say maybe this year there is a chance
looks
this
like
person is coming. It's just that they seem to not want to reveal it yet, to me.
It's important to them, though. I'm just going to have to say that.
Shuffle and cut. Okay. There's another 7. Ironic, eh?
Indeed.
Okay, so this is interesting, Mary. I've got the Tower, and it's reversed. Another 7. We have the 7 of Wands, and it's upright. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, the wheel sometimes can indicate time in a way, and the passing of time or seasons. And so I do feel like this might not be right now, that this might happen later in the year. But what I do see here is this person has learned from past mistakes. They realize they've made some big mistakes in the past, not necessarily with you, but maybe with some other people, and they've learned some lessons from that. And maybe that could be why, they're taking things slow. The Seven of Wands upright indicates to me that maybe they just feel they're waiting for conditions to be just right. They want to feel really secure, like they are in a good place before they make a move. And the wheels just to me is indicating fate or time. This might be fated to happen. This might be, something that's meant to be.
I can't disagree with her a whole lot. With the Tower reversed, I sort of feel like it's kind of a little bit of what I said before. There's some point of honor. This is more about what they have realized or what they want to realize. That's the Tower reversed. With the Seven of Wands, I sort of had the feeling like they feel they are coming to that point where there is that positioning in their life. And then from then on, they just feel like everything's fate. So it's like I said, there's something, it's more than just a flirt. This is something that has some meaning in it. Whether it really works out in the long run or not, there's some reason why it's happening.
Hey, I ride a broom. Welcome. We'll try to get you in. Some people have left, so if that's still the case, we might be able to get you in. And no, we are having some technical difficulties tonight. If you see some freezing screens, hopefully we'll have that fixed by Sunday. So let me do a quick Lenormand for this. See what else we get here for Mary.
Our Sun Man is here. Yeah, we think our upload rate is sort of out of whack with our system, so we're going to work on that in between shows.
So I have the fish, which has been coming up a lot today, and I have the park.
These are your cards too, Mary.
Yeah. So basically, Mary, I think that, I don't know if this person has been playing the field, so to speak, been out there and about, because the park sometimes means social gatherings, social meetings, get-togethers, and the fish, in a romantic sense could be about, a lot of fish in the sea, like maybe he's had a lot of relationships or people he's been interested in. So he's really got to settle down a little bit, and maybe that's part of what this is all about too.
I don't necessarily agree. I mean, I can see some of that there, but I think it coincides more with what I'm saying is that yes, he has swum through some oceans, but he's swimming towards you, I think is what it is. It's all these other things that are coming up. There's some reason why he's connected to you. If you don't know him or know him well, maybe the connection is known more on his part. Like maybe he knows that there's some destiny between you. I can't really explain that because it's probably particular to a twin soul or reincarnated thing, a soulmate. I get a feeling there's a destiny.
It could be that the park symbolizes like a social gathering that might be important in bringing you together somehow.
Mary hasn't really seen our reading. That's all we've been doing for you for the last 5 to 10 minutes. So you might have to watch the YouTube and see it because we've had some connection problems today. But we've just done your reading.
And there's a typo. There. Okay. Sorry. Hopefully Mary can see that. So Mary, it's at the end of our stream, 8:35. So, within probably from 8:15 on, so the last 45 minutes, tune in and see if you can pick up the reading.
All right.
And we're sorry. Okay, so we're going to move on. We know KL is not here because I gave them plenty of time to chime in. So Dr. V, I hope you can hear us and all is well, because you are up.
Major freezing sometimes.
What? I know I'm freezing. I'm always freezing. I said it was.
I know you said it.
I said it was.
I just saw a real long one. I said major.
No, they've been. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not watching your screen.
I tried to say that from the beginning. That's why I was wondering if there was something we shouldn't have done about it.
I don't know what he would have done.
Look at Sonny sleeping. Dr. V. Hi, I ride a broom. Can you hear us at least? Oh, there's Dr. V, okay. Hang on, I ride a broom. We did say you're down on the list. Don't worry. Okay, Dr. V, could you type something to her? Terry, I ride a broom.
What would you like to type?
Tell her to please wait her turn. Thank you. So Dr. V, then Sanjib, Nav, and then I ride a broom. So Dr. V, we got your question. All right, that's a toughie. I'm not sure how we're going to do that one. Let me see. So Mary's finally picking up the reading. See, we are having some really bad
The
connection problems right now, so we have to work it out. I suspect it has something to do with my Wi-Fi, with my network, but I'm not sure.
We had some thoughts about that, Mary Grace, so if you're able to catch up with the YouTube later, it might clarify some of what you're saying right now there.
Well, I think she must be seeing it now. That's why I'm thinking there's a real delay or something, maybe.
Could be.
Okay. Did you shuffle?
Who's this for, Dr. V?
Dr. V. He's got a three-pronged question. It's about the OE and the EO and the OA, and a more stable thing. So I think we're going to do it this way.
Okay.
Okay. So we put down 2 cards, Dr. V, for each scenario you've mentioned there. So the first one was EO. And so for EO, there's that 7 of Swords again, and it's reversed. And the Page of Cups, which is the Knave of Chalices here, and that's upright. So we're going to take these one at a time. So for EO, I think that you don't know everything about this position, maybe that you need to know. Some things will come out and be revealed, though. And actually, I don't think it's going to be totally a bad thing. There might be some things that you find out that are going to make this more appealing to you in some way. And this is for the EO, Dr. V.
He mentions that they're both from the same company.
Okay.
Or the same situation.
All right.
Well, with that 7, I'm thinking once again, somebody thinks that they're doing something valorous of some sort. Maybe it's this younger person who has a mystical or poetic feel about them. So maybe they feel like it's a point of honor that this happens.
Yep.
Did you want to start the next one?
Yeah, I am. So the AO, we have the Devil reversed, and then we have the 5 of Swords reversed. What do you think?
Well, the Devil reversed is sort of like releasing some problems or situations. So maybe this person feels that there's an overemphasis on material aspects. Maybe this person feels that the aspects to be emphasized are different, are more spiritual aspects. And I guess with the 5 of Swords, it sort of feels like this is a motion that...
Somebody came in to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Divine Universe. I didn't see that there. Wow.
Go ahead.
So with the other idea there with the 5 of Swords, though, it's a dissension. It's sort of like strifeful, and it's not exactly pleasant.
I feel like, yeah, see, I'm looking here and I'm feeling like Dr. V with this AO, I think that's what it is, AO. You will feel more liberated and freer to do some things the way you like to do them. But there are people there who are going to be very contentious with you. They may cause some difficulties. They may be difficult to work with there. I'm not sure why, but it seems as though some problems could develop. And then waiting for something else that might be more stable. Well, we have the Ace of Cups reversed, and then we have the Moon reversed. And I think that's interesting. I think what's being revealed here, because the Moon is about being revealed here, is that, you take your chances. You might find yourself very unhappy if you don't, decide on one of these 2 positions. And right now I'm leaning at the EO. I don't know what we've said in the past, but for some reason I'm looking at EO as being the most likely.
Well, it could be, but I'm thinking what Dr. Victor said was that they really are the same place. EO and AO are from the same place. So I've been trying to
It's
put
just
that
one.
into...
Oh, okay.
So we could say that these are the 2 sides of that, but the overall is that maybe many of the choices have emotional tinges to them, where in the overall sense, some of these people maybe are going to be hard to deal with, or they're not exactly the kind of people that you're used to working with. They may accept orders or discipline or something only from certain people. Other people that are newer have to really come up to a status for them.
Just because you accept a position doesn't mean you're locked in for life either. This might be something that maybe you need to make a decision on. And I'm thinking, again, regarding the AO. And then that you need to, you can always look for something later if it's not working out. But I sense that maybe this is pulling you more towards sticking with this. Okay. So basically you're talking about, I see. Okay.
They're just the 2 people that are on the panel.
Okay.
Well, it mostly looks like it's about, like I said, about either way.
It's a 50-50 split, yeah. I think that...
It just seems like being able to be comfortable with the people, it's a range of people. There's just going to be a lot of a different blend. People from different walks of life that maybe have really different expectations about how they enact in a workplace or at a certain level of the corporate culture.
I'm not going to argue with that. I don't think you should necessarily at this time overlook this opportunity, because I think it's a step in the right direction. It may not be your final step,
You're welcome, Mary
but I
Grace.
don't think that this is the time to wait for something else to come along.
That's what I feel too. That it's just going to be a mixed bag at any rate, but I think this is something that
Well,
looks
all
more
jobs,
real now.
you know, oftentimes when you're starting something, you know, there's a lot of stress anyway. There's never a perfect job. There's always something. And you're just going to, it looks like what you're going to be dealing with there is dealing with some people problems or issues from time to time.
Thank you, Mary Grace, for the kind words, and you're very welcome.
You're very welcome, Mary Grace. Sorry we're having so many problems here today. Apologize. Mercury retrograde for sure.
So, Dr. Victor, Banshee's going to throw the Lenormand, and we'll see if it gives us any other detail.
Well,
Oh, you're going there.
you're going there because here is news coming to you. That's the birds. And you got the ring, which is a commitment, which is you know, some type of a bond, you know, papers signed, whatever.
When the news comes to you, you should probably accept it.
Yeah. I think it's happening, Dr. V.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Wish you the best. Sorry for the confusion about the AO. Sorry about that. Okay, so Sanjib, did you come back? Because if you did, it's your turn. And if I'm only giving him a moment, if Sanjib is not here, we will move on right away. After Sanjib is Nav, and then I ride a broom and Divine You, and we can call it a night. A happy night. Well, thanks for joining us and extending congratulations to Mr. O Divine You. We've
Thank you.
been celebrating. Yep, all right.
All right, a general reading
Okay.
for Sanjib.
You're welcome, Divine You. Okay, Sanjib. I don't know why I grabbed these first, but I did. Let's see. Let's
You want
use-
one of my decks?
Well, I want to use that other one that Sunny is on.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
I just want to make sure he's not on all of them. If I could use these.
All right. Oh, wow. One of my best friends at the workplace I'm leaving, her birthday is actually July 4th, which is close enough.
Independence Day.
Pat.
Okay. Shuffle. Well, wish her happy birthday from us. Absolutely. I love birthdays. It's just my thing. Well, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed. And then we have the Devil reversed.
My, oh my, that's like the third time today.
Yeah, definitely. In different decks, too. So makes it interesting. I mean, this is the first time I'm using this deck tonight. So what do we have here with the Pentacles? It's about material things, Sanjib. It's about wealth or finances or business or jobs. And the cards are reversed. In one case, it looks as though you might have to spend some money, you know, unexpectedly. I mean, things might come up. And it looks as though it's going to take a hit out of your pocketbook a little bit, I hate to tell you. So that's the way I look at that card, but you might have
you're
another.
not expecting it in a way mostly, but you are mostly prepared to assume that. It's just, it's sort of irritating in a way because maybe you had thought about something for the summer, like adding something to your summer fun with that extra money.
And then the Three of Pentacles reversed. Well, this has to do with workmanship, in your work. I don't know if you're working right now or not, or if you're in between things, but it does show, that you might be, you might be lacking the motivation and drive to move ahead, with your job or career at this time. Something is not clicking.
I think it's just as likely that maybe you're okay, but somebody else is maybe just being a little bit picky on you. Not like, like you're an artist, but somebody's in denial about it. It's more like maybe you're just sort of in a slight slump, but somebody's sort of piling it on. So I think that could be a boss type person or a friend who thinks that they mean well for you. Somebody's wanting to pile on that a little bit. It's not as bad as what they say. Just keep that in mind.
Well, and then we have the Devil reversed, which is a good thing to me, Sanja, but what it basically means is you're going to break out of this cycle, whatever it is, you're going to break free from it, and everything is going to be a lot better. But it's basically because you do whatever needs to be done to make it happen,
So I'm going to take that back because maybe somebody does give you that pointer that's like a little kick in the pants, as they say. And maybe that's what brings you that motivation. Like maybe somebody did call you out and they meant well because they saw something there. And you're going to take that advice. You're going to listen to that and you're going to kind of pull out of that situation and work for the better.
Yeah, so the Pentacles, which is the work and the economy and stuff, it's kind of down for next month. But the Devil reversed is really a good card when it's reversed. So it's saying that things are going to right itself, but I think it's going to be through your own efforts.
So now we're going to do our Lenormand for you.
And I grabbed the wrong deck. Hello.
Oops.
As we get late in the broadcast, but we will get everybody in that we have on the list now, except Libra Castile. I don't think we're going to have time for you tonight. I'm sorry, you're kind of late.
Yeah, we're down to our last few minutes, so we're not going to be able to squeeze you in. But if you want, you could try to come back when we are up again. We'll be back Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or next Thursday. And just go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, or like us, and that way you'll be notified. And
the earlier you get here, the more likely we can give you a reading. Nice free reading.
So thanks for dropping in.
All right. Well, Sanjib, I don't know if you were thinking of buying a property or a house, but there is something here connected with a home or a property. And we have the ring again has popped up, which is like an agreement or signing papers, something to do with a home or property.
Well, is a move expected maybe because of a partnership of some sort? That's what I'm wondering, is like maybe the partnership involves proximity. It may not necessarily be a relationship. It could be, but maybe it has something to do with just being proximate to each other for the partnership.
That's what we have for you, Sanjib. I hope that helps. Thanks for popping back in. And hey, Nav, are you here? You are up. And after Nav is I Ride a Broom and then Divine You.
So Nav, if you're here, it is your turn. I'm going to go ahead and type you in. We're terribly close to the end, so it could be that maybe you've dropped away and you won't be back in time.
Nope, they're here.
Oh.
Will my Sagittarius, okay, AB, contact me.
Hi,
Okay.
Nav. We're happy to take your reading.
We
Thank
gotcha.
you for waiting.
Okay,
I got my Night Sun Tarot.
sure. Go right ahead. All right. After Nav will be I Ride a Broom and then Divine You. And we're going to call it a night so we can celebrate retirement further.
Cake and ice cream.
Cake and ice cream. I bought a nice, very small red velvet single layer cake, which is awesome. And we have some really wonderful ice cream to go along with it.
Nav, is the Sagittarius AB, is that their initials, or does AB mean some situation that we don't remember? You're welcome, Sanjib. We'll see you again next time.
Take care. Be safe, everybody. One more.
Oh, excuse me.
His initials.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Well,
That's a 10? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
so we have three cards. We have the Hierophant, and he's upright. And we have the Magician, and they're reversed. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, if this is, I guess, a romantic interest, they're weighing the issues of furthering the relationship is what I think is going on. They see a lot of value to maybe really considering this as a real relationship, something to grow on, something to build a family with. Or there already is one, but there's some reason why there's a distance here. Some of this may relate to issues of who conforms to tradition or plays by the playbook, and then somebody who maybe is a little bit of a wild card, something like that.
I think most definitely they're interested in something long term. You know, I at first thought to myself, are they involved in something already? And maybe that's coming to an end. But what I think it is they are really interested in something long term, but yet with the Magician reversed, even though they're interested in it, they don't feel quite ready for it yet. So I don't know if maybe they worry about, getting involved or contacting for fear that it might get serious too fast.
Oh, that's a very interesting
I do think
Banshee.
they're interested in something long term at some point, but yet they don't feel ready for some reason. Like something is not, they're just not quite at the place they need to be, whether they feel financially.
Yes, you're on to something. It's about their viability. The Magician reverse sort of indicates maybe a person who doesn't exactly feel they're ready to be out there in the world. They're still trying to master themselves, but yet they have that longing.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the dichotomy in their
There's
mind.
a hope here for sure, but I am not sure it's about to happen. Let me see what the Lenormand says.
Excuse me.
Well, I think we have the Fish here. And after that fish has been coming up a lot. And the Star. And so, I was telling you here, don't abandon hope, because the Star is all about hope. And I think eventually, I can't give you a time right now. I'm thinking here with the Pentacles that it might still need a while to play out. But I do think this person is going to move towards you. I really do. The Fish is about flow and movement. And so I do think it's a matter of time. So remain hopeful and stay in touch. Just try to encourage it in subtle ways.
Right, and I think that to me the Fish kind of corresponds with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant represents a priest, an order, and the Fish, of course, can mean something like that, a sense of that. So I think it is a matter of time. I think it could be about a year from now, but it could be a little less than that. So it could be by next summer, but maybe it'll be early in the next year is a feeling I have. So good luck.
Good luck with that. I wish you the best. And thanks for waiting. And I ride a broom. It's finally your turn.
A general for the next 3 days.
For the next 3 days, eh? Okay. We'll see what we got
Are
for
we going to
you.
read about you in the newspapers?
What does that mean, Mr. O?
You know, leaves the country with a lot of money or something.
I
No,
think
I'm
he's
just
had
kidding.
too much of the, no. We are celebrating Mr. O's retirement. I ride a broom. He's retired today. So we have been celebrating all night.
Some of my best besties came and joined us too, and that was
Oh,
really
Divine,
sweet.
you are right after. Don't worry.
Don't worry, you'll be next.
No worries.
So we are just doing Terry's reading, and then we're on yours.
Yep.
And yes, I'll never make a serious partier again, because just a half a glass of wine and I'm relaxed. You will get a good reading, a good relaxing reading.
Oh, your cards are mixed up.
Huh?
At least one was. That's the way you usually do it. Oh, you have mixed them up tonight. All right. Wow, these two. You got all major arcana cards here to I Ride a Broom, Terry.
You have the High Priestess reversed. You have the Tower reversed. And then you have Judgment reversed.
Well, I'm kind of looking at boom and boom.
Yes, I'm not sure what you expect to happen in the next 3 days, but it looks like some serious stuff is going down. Could be. Some of it may be that you will strongly feel nobody listens to you, or you will strongly realize you didn't listen to the one you should have.
I can't argue with that. I would go with that. And then the Tower reversed is, my feeling is, if you're going to get the Tower, get it reversed, because, you know, the Tower is a card of some sudden surprise, crisis, possibly something unexpected that kind of rocks your world. When
Comes from that.
Right, when it's reversed, it's indicating that, you know, you're going to go through something, but you're going to learn some valuable lessons from the experience, and you will never repeat that cycle again or make that same mistake twice.
But it may cause you to change your mind about a decision that you have been thinking about. You may reverse course, or you may realize that the decision wasn't really the one you should have made, but you will be kind of determined to deal with that and translate it to something better as you move ahead.
Yeah. No, I can't argue with that either. You know, it could also indicate to me that, you know, there might be grudging acceptance. I mean, you're going to learn some lessons here, but it's kind of like, you know, you wish you didn't learn them, or you could unlearn them.
So
but
part of that
it
is
is what it is.
your human nature, your
Yeah.
independence, and maybe just not wanting necessarily to accept certain things. This happens to a lot of us.
A little denial, perhaps.
So we're going to throw two Lenormands and see if that gives us a little something else for you.
Let's see what we get here. So it looks like you have some mountains to climb. Here's the mountain card, and here's the house card. And I think it's interesting, the house comes after the mountain, and so basically what that means to me is that there are some obstacles to overcome in regards to, you know, your home or place of residence. It just seems as though there's going to be some things that stand in your way. You're just going to, you know, if you're serious about doing, you know, making a move or doing something with property, just know that you're going to have to put in some work, and it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to come very easy. It may be worth it in the end, but you're the one who's going to have to decide that. Is it worth the trouble, or should you reverse course?
Right. So I just think that it sort of correlates with what I said, and especially here is that things have a chance of working in your favor, but some of that maybe you'll have to accept certain things. You may have to accept a little bit of what you did not want to, but it will work out in the end, just not quite exactly as well as you want.
Well, nothing comes without effort. Some things are a little bit harder than others. And if you have the desire and if you have the motivation, you can climb those mountains, but it's up to you. And so some people choose the path of least resistance. That's not always the right way to go. You'll have to make that decision, my friend. So that's what we have for you, I Ride a Broom. And I hope that helps. 3 days. That was interesting for a 3-day reading.
Yeah, most people don't have that in 3 months.
So, Divine you are up. And I
And we
think
did
you
have that
posted a
question, yeah.
question.
Big money is coming.
Okay, you want to know about big money, Divine you? Let's see if we find out.
Let's stick with
Let's
this
see what's
deck
in the
again.
cards, where it might be coming from.
You're welcome. Good luck. Let us know how things go.
Take care. We'll see you next time.
We know your move has been a lot for you to consider and decide, and you have a lot of going on. So we hope that was helpful at all, if that was about some of that.
Right.
Yes, Mr. O.
Oh, look at him stretch. Goodness. Well, you missed it.
I saw it, but I was hoping I
I-
could capture for the camera. But no.
All right. This is our last reading. We're slightly into overtime here.
We want to thank everybody for putting up with our stream problems.
And are celebrating tonight, Mr.
yeah.
O's happy occasion.
Woohoo! Hey, 2 more parties tomorrow. I get to go to 2 retirement parties tomorrow. Sort of.
Sort of.
They are, yeah. Okay. 6 of Wands.
Okay, got it.
Queen of Wands. All Wands.
And that's the king?
No, that's the 8 of Wands.
Oh, it's the 8 of Wands. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, Divine you.
Not showing big money exactly, but showing business
Progress.
stuff. Progress.
There is progress. It seems like after maybe some setbacks, this is a card of setbacks, the Six of Wands reversed. After maybe a period of some setbacks, it looks as though you are going to be back on your feet big time. This shows you as being in control and charting a course towards your goals and dreams. So if it is about better money coming, financial security, I think it's up to you. You are going to make it happen. And with the 8 of Wands, I think it means that, I could look at this 2 ways. One is that you are going to have to put out a lot of energy to make it happen. Or 2, maybe it's actually going to come to you because it is this energy that's moving.
See, I'm thinking that people are saying big money's coming to you, but I really think you're the one bringing it into you.
I think so too.
Maybe this has something to do with a job or a partnership with some situation that creates an enterprise, a money-making opportunity. Even if it's not big money, it's something probably bigger than what you've known. And I think it will happen faster than not. And it's like what Banshee says, it's about you putting in some energy.
It could be from the job, absolutely, because the wand energy here, could strongly suggest that.
Maybe if there are opportunities for advancement, you might be able to get into that.
Or more hours if you're not working full time. Something is up for sure. Maybe some more responsibilities that will generate more money eventually, because it does seem like you're going to expend some energy for this.
And if you're looking for lucky big money take a clue from this woman right here. At least consider occasionally buying some lottery tickets. People win, and she's one of them. So she's never that big winner.
Well, I'm never that
it's
big
almost always
winner.
somebody like you who doesn't play a whole lot and
Yes,
finally decides to play.
that's true. But I win enough that makes me happy. Oh my goodness, Divine You.
There's
The
those
fish have come up again. A lot of people have been getting this today. And you have the stork, which is about change, which could be about change of residence, but really about change. There's going to, I think money, which is what the fish are about, is going to come to you through some kind of big change that happens.
Well, I heard it from your lips. I mean, I don't really know these cards like you do, but a lot of times I feel like the fish is about something that homes in, you know, the returning salmon or a school of fish knows. It's a group mind. This is just saying you're that mind too, in a way that you know where you want to go. You're going there. And I think that stork says a really cool new thing happening. Hopefully it's not a baby unless you want it. But
Well, it could indicate that, you know, and
different
it's
kind of
funny
birth.
because the fish could indicate fertility. So, I mean, there is that aspect, but the fish is really about finance, abundance, and it's a very positive sign since that's what you were asking about. So, awesome. Great way to end our evening, I'd say. Wouldn't you, Mr. O?
very nice. I hope that helped you out a lot.
Yeah. And we appreciate all of you. We had such a great time tonight. Thank you all. Sorry for all our technical difficulties again that we've been having, but I hope we gave you some good readings and you enjoyed yourselves.
And Sonny was a perfect gentleman, as you can see.
Yes, he was. So anyway, everybody, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.